Hey everyone, this is Disney65 on here, and today I'm going to do a review of a movie that I just saw there. Exclusively came out on HBO Max. It is, of course, The Witches 2020, which is directed by Robert Zemeckis, who also directed Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Back to the Future, and music composed by Alan Silvestri. And you even have writers from Pan Labristi, no, Pan Labritzare, and the other guy that directed Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So, okay, now I'm going to try and not do spoilers for this review, but if I have to do it, I will say spoiler alert. So you have been warned. So anyway, on to the review. So this version, based on the 1990 film with Angelique Houston and Rowan Atkinson, this time it's set in 1960s Albania, and we've got this African American boy. I forget the guy's name actually. Is it something Jacob or something? I forget. I don't know the guy, the voice that plays the kid in this one. But anyway, he lives with his grandmother, played by Octavia Spencer, after his parents passed away in a car crash. And of course, his grandmother kind of like falls ill apparently, so they decide to go to the Grand Hotel, where of course they aren't alone, as there is women there that are holding this big convention about cruelty for children, and you guessed it right, they are the witches. How do you spot witches in this version? Well, in this version, they have like these scars in their above their dimples, and it's like that. It's literally like this all the time, like this. They have like they're going around like this with their hands instead of like having this. It's this. They also have like very bad rash on their scalps. So they have to wear wigs to hide the rash on their scalps, of course. And they have these square toes with no, like square feet, sorry, with no toes at all. Um, and it's up to, of course, Octavia Spencer's character and the little boy to stop the Grand High Witch, now played by Anne Hathaway, to prevent her not getting the rest of the children turned into mice, because that's what she does, because she has this like potion that transforms a child into a mouse. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the plot. What I think about this movie, okay, to be quite honest with you, it's not as scary as the 1990 version. Now, bear with me, I only saw the original one twice. Did not see it as a kid, because the reason why I didn't see it as a kid was because it scared the bejesus out of me. It still scares the crap out of me to this day, especially Angelique Houston, who plays the Grand High Witch in that version. The minute she does this and peels off the face, I was like this going, oh god, oh my god, she's peeling off her own skin. And I was like, ugh, it just scared the crap out of me. And she just peeled off the mask, like. And she was really good in that movie, in the original. Anne Hathaway, she does a good job filling in Angelique Houston's role. She's not as scary as Angelique Houston's character. And I will do a bit of a spoiler on her in a few minutes, so I'll say spoiler alert in a few minutes. So go back to Anne Hathaway. Octavia Spencer, she was good in this movie as the young boy's grandmother. She was very funny, by the way. Stanley Tucci, he's also in this movie as the hotel manager, Mr. Stringle. And yeah, that's pretty much the movie in a nutshell. Overall, I give this movie a 3 out of 5 stars. I still enjoyed it, and I gave it, do you know what? I gave it a 7 out of 10. I actually like this version because it's not as scary as the original one. And now, if you're still here, now it's spoiler mode. So, for those of you that do not want to be spoiled, leave this video now, because I am so going into spoilers for this review. Why? Because I have to. So anyway, can I say it? Okay, I'm going to say spoilers now. Okay. So this version of The Witches, there is no mask reveal at all in this version. All, like I said, all they do is this. It's like that. And they talk like this all the time, like this, like that. Instead of like like with no masks at all. Like I said, it's just that instead. The Grand High Witch, she has a cat in this version, and there's also a backstory of Octavia Spencer's character, who was best friends with a girl called Angela, I think. Angela, and she got transformed into a hen. So there's no like picture of like a child going straight into a painting at all in this version. It's definitely toned down. Like it doesn't really follow the book at all. They do, however, keep like the original ending, because in the 1990 version they transformed Luke, who was the name of the child in the original one, back into a human. In this version, however, they stay Bruno, or what's his name, Luke, or I don't know what the name of the kid is in this movie. He's just known as Boy, but anyway, he still remains a mouse in the end of the movie. And his grandmother, she is now like the witch hunter, so the guy who's now voiced by Chris Rock. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Chris Rock narrates this movie, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, is this an episode for Everybody Loves Chris?" meets Stuart Little, and you know what? They're actually right. It does remind me of Stuart Little, this version, and Everybody Loves Chris. I remember seeing one episode of that show, but I remember the show anyway. So yeah, Chris Rock voices the boy in the end of the movie, because he's like this old mouse now, and he's telling all the kids to like how to spot a witch. Like I said, they've got these as hands, like this as an arm, like that. They have like no toes at all, and they've got like bald spots in their scalp, and they wear wigs to hide it, of course. Is there anything else in this movie you have to spoil? But yeah, I was so just surprised that Anne Hathaway's version did not wear a mask in this version. I was like waiting and waiting for her to do this, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, no. But no, like there was like a scene like where she does this, and you swear like her face is gonna come off, but it didn't. And when she removed when she done that, like it was a wig, and I was like, oh, so she wears. And also, I forgot to mention, their nostrils kind of like expand, so kind of go like that. They go like that. Apparently, like that's what they do. They go like that. So yeah. So if you're looking for something scarier, then do go watch the 1990 version instead, because that version scares the bejesus out of me. And if you want, it's up to yourself, but if you like the original one, then you probably want to skip and watch that instead. But if you want a toned down version of The Witches with no masks whatsoever, then you can watch the 2020 version instead, if you don't want to be scared, if you don't want to have nightmares at night time. But if you, like I said, if you want to have nightmares, go watch the 1990 version, which is available on Now TV. It's on Now TV, and it used to be on Netflix, but it's on Now TV if you have Now TV. It's also on Sky Family as well, I think, next week. So, yeah. But overall, I did like this version, because, like the original one scared the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. I said that before, but I did. This version did not scare me at all. So, yeah, that's my non-spoiler / spoiler review of The Witches. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to see this movie? And till next time, take care.